All right, in number 27, they give us the arc length and the arc measure, and we're supposed to find the radius. So how will we do that? Well, how would we find the arc length? We could do the fraction of the whole arc length equals 8 pi. So let's say that again. 8 pi is the length of arc EF, and that arc is some fraction of the whole arc. That arc length of 8 pi is some fraction of the whole arc. Well, what's the fraction and what's the whole arc? The fraction that this red arc is of the whole arc is 1/23/60 part rotation over the whole rotation. And the whole arc length, well, that's the length around the circle. That's circumference. And we know that the formula for circumference is pi times diameter. And since the diameter is 2 radii, pi times 2 radii, or 2 pi r. Well, this problem wants us to find the radius. So we're going to use this formula for the whole arc length. So 2 pi times the desired radius that we're looking for. This fraction of the whole circumference will give us that fraction of the circumference, which is the red part that has an arc length of 8 pi. So now we just isolate r. 1/23/60 is a third. We can divide both sides by 2 pi. The left side divided by 2 pi and the right side divided by 2 pi. On the left side, 2 pi divided by 2 pi is equal to 1, so they essentially cancel each other out, leaving us with 1/3 r equals 4. Next, we will multiply by the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3, on both sides, and we get 3/3, which is 1r, is equal to 12. And we've solved the problem. The radius is equal to 12. I did want to show you also how you can do the same problem instead of using the equation where we do a fraction of the whole, where we can use proportions. So the proportions are both part over whole. So in terms of rotation, 120 degrees for this red arc is part of a whole 360 degrees, just as the part arc length, which is 8 pi, is out of the entire arc length, which is circumference, 2 pi r. These are equivalent. If you like the part over whole for rotations or arc measures, and the part over whole for arc length, a given arc length and the whole arc length, then you might like this way better. We'll go ahead and write the equal sign down, and then we'll, from the top on the left, we'll cross multiply and write the product back on the left. 120 times 2 pi r is 240 pi r. And on the other side, 8 pi times 360 is, let's see, 2,880 pi. So next we just divide by 240 pi. And we're left with r equals 12. So which way feels more instinctive to you? Which way seems to make more sense to you? Thinking in terms of a fraction of the whole, or thinking in terms of part over whole for arc measure equals part over whole for length on the edge?